Hello again there, seniors. This is the video for week 9 of semester 2. A couple things you want to keep on your radar. So this is week 9, like I just said, which means next week is week 10. At the end of next week is the start of spring break. So I would really like to get all of the work from weeks 1 through 9 in by the end of next week. So if you are missing any assignments or you're late on Cornell notes or anything like that, then get that stuff in for late credit by spring break. After spring break, I'm not going to be accepting any of the late work. We have to be on top of it. I know digital learning has been tough. I know there's a lot of senioritis out there, but come on, it's been a couple months now. If you're still slacking on things from January and even February at this point, you got to get on it. So get that stuff in by the end of next week or over spring break, because after spring break, I don't want to accept any more late work. Okay. All right, let's see what we got going on this week. I believe there's a little bit of good news for you this week. The good news is this: week 9 is going to be the last week before spring break that we do questions and summary. You are not going to do questions and summary for week 10. That's a logistical reason why that is. I definitely still think the learning that you do in classes is very important, but I'm not going to require you to do questions and summary right before spring break and try and get it in by Friday when we leave on a Friday and stuff like that. So this week, week 9 is our last question summary for a little while. This is the sixth Cornell Notes check that we've had. I believe I have I want to say the first 2 graded for sure. The tutor is working on the next 3, and then this will make the 6th one. Okay. As far as grade logs go, this is the last week that you'll update your grade log. Next week, we will look at grades again, and then we will write a reflection about them before we go to spring break. Hopefully your grades are turning out the way you need them to be, so that not only do you graduate, but you still can be eligible for going to college or whatever career path you have after high school. Okay, so nothing new there, but just letting you know these 2 are kind of coming to an end. So this is questions and summary for the week, grade log for the week, nothing new. And then the only other thing is what we've kind of started to do a little bit as a tradition here is if you scroll down on Monday, tomorrow, when we get together, we're going to get into groups. We're going to have 4 topics that you can talk about. Best Marvel movie, who would win King Kong versus Godzilla, who would win. Some ideas on how to celebrate graduation even during the COVID, and would you consider it safe to play high school sports right now? Yes or no? And then there's articles that go with each of those. So thank you to everybody for getting those discussion topics in. So we'll discuss this tomorrow in class, and then based on your discussion, there'll be a reflection paragraph that you need to write. I've changed up the questions this week just to make it a little more interesting. So again, tell me your topic and summarize it. Then I wanted you to talk about this. Think of the person who spoke the most when your group talked. Do you feel that person had the most good points? What I'm trying to say here is, just because somebody's talking a lot, does that mean they're making a lot of good points, or does that mean they're just talking? I'd like to see what you think about that. Next one, when working with others on a topic, what's the best approach so that you get something out of it? So when you work with a group, and I hate to tell you this, but when you become an adult in a professional career, you're going to be working with people all the time. And so when you're working with a group of people, how do you get the most out of that group? Is it by participating and talking? Do you get the most out that way? Do you sit and listen? Do you get the most out that way? Do you kind of participate a little bit? Are you the kind of person that writes things down while everybody else is talking? I'm trying to get an idea of what works best for you. See if you can come up with that. And then on the flip side, when working with others, how do you think a group works to get something done as a group? So if you have a group project, is it better to hear from everybody? Is it better for one person to be a leader of the group? Is it better to split it up and separate it out so every person has a piece that they need to do? I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. When working in a group, what do you think works best so the group can meet their goal as a group. Okay, so you got two different questions there. How do you get something out of it? But then this one is, how does the group get something done? Sometimes those are the same, sometimes those are different, depends. So like I said, about 6 to 8 sentences. You can type it, you can write it on a piece of paper. It's up to you. I'm just curious for you to do some reflecting on that, especially as you move to a professional career. It would be very odd if you're just working by yourself all day. That seems very rare in today's world. So got to learn to work with people, whether you like them or not. You got to learn to work with people. That's just how it goes. Okay, so that'll be a reflection based off of what we talk about on Monday right here. And then the only other things are update that grade log, take a screenshot or a picture, and then questions and summary for week 9. That's it. That's it for the week. So I'll see you all on Monday. We'll have those discussions after we run down the stuff for the week, and in case you have any questions or anything. All right, have a good one.